Good or bad signing for Seattle?
It's a bad signing, and I really don't understand it. Why do you look? Does Green Bay need a running game? Yeah, and they just let this guy go to a conference rival for a one-year prove-it type contract. Why do you think that is if they need a running game? Eddie Lacy was elite for a couple of years behind a top offensive line with the best quarterback in the world, and then he got fat. And I remember this distinctly because I took him in the first round, I believe, of our Sports Nation fantasy draft that year and was very disappointed. I mean, he got fat, he got ineffective, and then he got hurt, and now he's checking in close to 270. How is, and by the way, to run behind a bad offensive line ever since they got rid of Max Unger, they haven't been any good in Seattle on the offensive line, and they don't invest many resources until very recently in terms of draft picks or money into the O-line. So why does this guy help you? I don't get it, Stephen A. Why does this guy help them when Green Bay needs help and they let him walk?
Because they have nothing to lose. That's why. And that's why I agree with this signing, and I disagree with you. Christian Michael and Thomas Rawls were their top two rushers in Seattle. One ran for 400-plus yards. The other ran for 300-plus yards. Both only played 9 games, which means they missed 7. So you have two guys who have questionable durability, and then even when they're on the field, you don't know what they're going to give you. Plus, in a guy like Eddie Lacy, you're looking at somebody, even though I don't think he has a snowball's chance of being the second coming of beast mode, he does give you a level of rough and ruggedness that you believe that you're lacking in Seattle. So you combine those two elements with the fact that he has a one-year contract where he has something to prove and he's playing for more money. No one is more incentivized than him to step out on the field and produce. And in the case of, we're really holding the fact that he was fat a couple of years ago against him. This past season, he suffered that ankle injury. I think he only played in like 5 games. And as a result, what happened is that Eddie Lacy wasn't able to work out, which is why he's at 267. So now that he's gotten healthy and you have the entire offseason to get yourself into conditioning, and Pete Carroll doesn't want you at 220 or whatever. He wants you at 240. You're talking about him potentially losing 25 to 27 pounds. If that's the reality, then the risk is just minimal. The reward could potentially be great because you have a situation where it's going to be an upgrade compared to anything that you had. And again, Seattle had the 25th ranked rushing attack. Anything that you can get in between the numbers, particularly in short yardage situations where you got a big, bulky dude that can finish for you, particularly in those short yardage situations, that's going to help Russell Wilson. It's going to help the rest of the team. And I think you take a chance on it because he's incentivized.